I'm going to teach you a crazy trick where you rip and tear up 4 random playing cards, shuffle them together, and then one by one throw pieces away, and then impossibly be left with 2 remaining pieces that match perfectly. And then I'm going to teach you a trick using only 5 cards, where they are shuffled, cut, and then by way of mathematics, the cards end up becoming a perfect match. The second trick is a mathematical mind-reading mystery. Imagine this: the spectator can think of any word. The magician then deals some cards into a crystal ball formation, places a prediction on the table, and then somehow the spectator's thought of word is spelt and lands perfectly on the magician's prediction. So for this first self-working mathematical trick, here's what you need. You need ace through to 5 that are red, and you also need to do the same in any suit as long as it's red and black, like so. So what you do from here is you tell the spectator that they're going to use their ESP ability to try and create a pair out of these cards. So firstly, we just place any one of these piles on top, and we just give these a shuffle, and they can give the cards a cut if they want as well. They can even place a few to the bottom, they can place another 2 on the bottom, or they can bring, say, 4 to the top. It really doesn't matter, because this is all mathematical. So check this out. We do 2 piles of 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, place that to the side. So we're going to try and create some pairs, but first we need to start swapping some cards. So we're going to swap 4 cards first, and now we can alternate. You can take 2 from here and 2 from here and place them on the bottom, or you can take 3 from here and 1 from here, as long as we're swapping 4 cards. So let's say we take 2 from here, place them on the bottom, and we take 2 from here, place them on the bottom, and then we take these 2 and place them to the side. And then we're going to swap 3 cards. So you can take a straight 3 from this pile, place them on the bottom, or you can take 2 and 1. It really doesn't matter. So let's just do 3 from the bottom, to the bottom, sorry, and then we place these 2 to the side. Now we're going to swap 2. So let's say we take 1 from here and 1 from here to the bottom, and then we place these 2 here. Then we're going to swap 1 card, and let's just say we swap that one to the bottom, and we place those 2 to the side. So do you remember in the beginning, we actually gave the cards a shuffle, we cut the cards as well, and we're somehow left with these 2 right here. And how is it possible that they match perfectly? So we've got the 2 3s. Well, it's all mathematical, that's how it works, but not just these 2 here, but we've also got a matching pair of aces, we've got a matching pair of 2s, we've got a matching pair of 4s, and of course we've got a matching pair of 5s. It's not magic, it's just mathematics, you see. Alright, so the setup for the first self-working miracle, or mathematical mystery as we'll call it, is very simple. Now I learned this trick here from the YouTube channel Vsauce, and when I first saw it I thought that is so much fun. So what you're going to do is you're going to have ace through to 5 and ace through to 5, black and in red. And here's what you do. You start by placing any one of these piles on top. It really doesn't matter. Now when you shuffle the cards, really important that you're not actually intertwining them. You're just taking off blocks at a time and placing them to the bottom. And you can take 3, you can take 2, as long as you're taking them in blocks like so. So if you see, I'm not actually shuffling the cards, all I'm doing is taking them in blocks like that. And they can actually just take 3 to the top, place them on the bottom, they can bring 4 back to the top, it doesn't matter. And then from this point here, all you have to do is deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, creating 2 piles. And then from here, everything is literally self-working. So you're going to say you're going to swap 4 cards first. Now you can take 2 from here, 2 from here, you can take 3 from here, and 1 from here and just place them on the bottom, or you can take all 4 from one pile. It doesn't matter. So let's say they take 1, 2 from here, place them on the bottom, 2 from here, place them on the bottom, and we just place these to the side. Now every time you place them to the side, they're always going to match. So you'll see the 2 4s match, and you just do the same. So now you're going to swap 3, and you can take 3 from here, place them on the bottom, or 2 and 1, it doesn't matter, whatever orientation you want, they can do. And so let's just take 3 from the top, place them on the bottom there, and take the next 2 cards, place them down, and then we're going to swap 2. So let's say we take 2 from this side, place them on the bottom, and then we place the next 2 on the table, and then you're going to swap 1, place it on the bottom, and take the next 2 and place them to the side. Now what you do from this point here, you don't want to say these all match, you just say, look, we shuffle them, we cut the cards, and we've got a perfect match of 2s. And they think that's the end of the trick, but it's not. And you say, look, we have a match of 4s, we've got a match of 5s, the 3s match, and the aces match as well. Super simple self-working card trick. It's all mathematical, and honestly, you probably learn this in like a minute, probably faster than what I just taught you. Enjoy. Now this next self-working mathematical mystery is a killer. It's so good, and the spectator can start by shuffling the cards, and they can shuffle these as many times as they want, and then you explain to them that I want you to think of a special place that you've been to in the world, or you can think of something absolutely random. It's entirely up to them. And you explain to them, what I'm going to do before you do so is I'm going to put on the table a crystal ball, okay? Now here's what's going to happen. You are going to think of this place or any word that comes to your mind right now, and I'm going to see if I can read your mind using these cards. But before we get into the trick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a prediction on the table right from the beginning. Let's put this one right here, and we'll come to that in a moment. Now I'm going to give you the cards, and you're going to think of this word that you have in mind, and for each letter of that word you're just going to take a card and place it in your pocket. I won't look while you do so. Now obviously I don't have a spectator here, so let's say they thought of London, and they spell out in their mind London, and they place these in their pocket. And once you've got the cards back, you say, look, just think of that word. I have no idea what you're thinking, but let's put that crystal ball back on the table. So we go 1, 2. Perfect. Place these to the side. And you say, look, there's no way I knew what you were thinking. It's absolutely impossible. But not with mathematics, you see. So check this out. You then ask them, what was the word that you were thinking of? And they'll reveal that it was, of course, London. And you say, watch, let's spell London. London. And we have landed on this card here, which is the 3 of spades. Now, do you remember in the beginning, I put a prediction right there. How is it possible that I knew you would think of London if my prediction matches perfectly to where you landed? That's a crazy trick. So now for the mind-reading mathematical mystery, the cards can literally be shuffled as many times as they want. There is no setup at all to this trick. It's purely mathematical. So what you do is you're going to deal 15 cards onto the table in a crystal ball formation. And so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, you don't want to count these out loud, so just do it in your mind. And once you've done that, you just turn over this packet here and catch a little glimpse of whatever card's on top. And so we've got the 8 of diamonds. And then you tell the spectator, look, before we start the trick, I'm going to make a quick little prediction, and just take all 15 and place them on the top. And you say, look, I'm going to make a quick little prediction, and all you do is you take the 8 of diamonds out of the other pack that you've got nearby. Where's that 8 of diamonds? Right there. So just place that there, and that's our prediction. And don't tell them what it is. And so you say to them, just think of any word. You can make this up too. Think of your loved one, where you got married, where you had your first kiss, whatever you want. So let's just do London again. And say for every letter of what you're thinking, just place, just take one card. So London, London. Make sure they don't say it out loud. Just do it, in quiet, and then place these to the side. And then take the cards back, and you just do the exact same 15 card formation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then now what will happen is you want to start where you last dealt the card and spell backwards. So because you're going to ask them what it was London, you say, look, we're going to spell London, London, and the card that is landed on the last letter will always match their prediction every single time. That's another good one. So the next mathematical mystery I've actually taught on the channel before, but it was too good to not include in this tutorial. So here's what you need to do. just grab 4 random playing cards. It can be any 4, it really doesn't matter. Hand them to the spectator and just ask them to rip them down the middle. Okay, so we'll rip these right down the middle there, and they can place any of these 2 piles on top of the other. So they can place this one on top like so. You then ask them to take the top 3 cards, so 1, 2, 3, and just place them between any of the other cards. So let's place them around about there. And then tell them to take that top card and just put it inside their pocket. And so we'll just place it there for now. And here's where all the fun stuff begins. You're going to ask them to think of a number between 2 and 5, and it can literally be 2, 3, 4, or 5, and place them somewhere in the middle. So let's say they take 3, the top 3, and you make sure they keep them together, and they just place them between the other cards. So let's just place these 3 round about there. And then you ask them to think of a number between 2 and 4. And let's say they think of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell them to take 4 cards and just place them all together between any of these cards here. So we'll place them right there. And then this is where it gets crazy. So you tell them to put 1 card on the bottom and then just throw the other one away. And you just repeat that. So place 1 on the bottom and just throw a card away. 1 on the bottom, and throw 1 away. 1 on the bottom, throw it away. 1 on the bottom, throw it away. 1 on the bottom, throw it away. And that's it. You're left with 1 card, and you say, do you remember the card that you had in your pocket? Now you could have chosen any amount of numbers, but this is all mathematical mystery, and you'll see that these cards match perfectly. How cool is that? Now last but not least, this is my favorite. So the trick where we're ripping cards, it's such a cool ending when you get to match the cards at the end. And honestly, this is so easy to do. So what you do is you take any random 4 cards. Now a little tip as well, you want to have 4 cards yourself so you can demonstrate and do it all together so they can see what to do. And so you tell them to hold the 4 cards in this orientation here and just rip them down the middle. Like so. Now they can place any pile on top of the other. So let's place this one here. You tell them to take the top 3 cards, so 1, 2, 3, and they can place these 3 in between any of these cards. So let's just place them right there. Make sure they keep them all together as a bunch. Perfect. And so from this point, you say take the top card and just place it in your pocket. So we'll just leave it there. And here's what you do next. You're going to say, I want you to think of a number between 2 and 5 and take between 2 and 5 cards. So let's take 3 and place them between any one of those cards there. So we'll place them there, and then say think of a number between 2 and 4. Now it can be 2, 3 or 4. It doesn't really matter. So let's just go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they can place these always as a bunch. Remember that. Between any one of these cards. So let's place them there. And then from this point here, this is where it gets messy. You just say place 1 card on the bottom and throw the others away. Put 1 on the bottom and throw the other away. 1 on the bottom, the other away, and just keep doing that all the way to the end. And the last card that you're left with is always going to match the card that is in their pocket. And that's the last mathematical mystery of the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed those 3 mathematical self-working card tricks. Look, they're all killers, they're all amazing, but I'd love to know which one of those 3 were your favorite. Drop a comment down below and let me know, and I'll respond to everyone's comment. Like the video if you're new, subscribe if you're also new around here, and I'll be sure to see you guys next week. Take care, bye-bye.